Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce. Welcome to today's program. It is Wednesday, November the 16th, 2022. We're into the second half of November. And a month from now, you're all going to be panicking about the fact that it's 8 days before Christmas. So just let you know where you're at. Okay. Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Good morning, one and all, to the program. We're here to talk about the markets in plain English as best we can. Try to figure out what is exactly going on and why, and what could be going on going forward, because that's kind of what we do here. Try to figure out what this market is up to and what's really happening here. This morning, I'm noticing, as I'm sure you are, that the futures have been negative most of the morning, just ever so slightly. We've not had a we haven't had futures indicating to us we're going to have a really bad day today. But we've also not had futures telling us we're going to have a really good day today. And so the jury is out, deliberating as to what should the verdict be today on this market direction. My gut tells me that just based on the last 5 trading days, from last week Thursday, this is now Wednesday, from last week Thursday's 1,200 point run up, and then subsequent flattening out, we may have topped out for a while already, and we may be continuing that trend. It is possible we might even back off a bit more. There is a report out now, the consumer spending report, that says that spending remains strong. But then you get into the report, like deeply into segments, and you'll see certain segments are okay, certain segments not so good. But that is a typical thing anyway. That's nothing new in this world. We just heard this morning, about an hour ago, that Target did not meet their expectations, which were lowered already. Those of you who were here all the time, I talked about Target 3-4 months ago, and we heard about the lowered projections, and we got that from a lot of companies: Amazon, Google, Facebook. Now Apple sales are so on the iPhone 14. They're not going to hit the high levels that some people have been calling for. Now people are saying Apple i14 might not even reach the lowered expectations. But in the case of Target, they missed on gross sales, net profits, and margins, and they're now talking about a $3 billion cost-cutting initiative, but they insisted it has nothing to do with laying off people. I find that funny, because as a retailer, and I have been a retailer, my father was a retailer. I know retail. You want to cut costs as a retailer, you can go to your landlord, and if you're renting, and try to talk the landlord into a lower rent. Good luck with that, because usually landlords say, if you can't cut the rent, you're going to have to go. Pay your rent until the lease is up, and then take a hike. Because I can rent your space to somebody else for just as much money or more money, because I've been doing you a favor the whole time. Now, of course, I'm talking about one retail store location in a downtown location from my perspective, or a shopping mall. But in any event, in Target's case, they can't lower the rent. Target can't, unless they own their own property. Target could theoretically sell store buildings and land that they're sitting on, turn around and lease it back. That is a death sentence long term, because that would negate Target enjoying any kind of appreciation value of their actual assets, because they wouldn't have assets. If you're just leasing, you're selling an asset now for cash, renting it for a 10-20 year commitment, and then you have to walk away from it. And if it goes up in value 3% a year, 5% a year, you don't get that enjoyment. By holding on to your land and your stores, you get that appreciation. McDonald's figured that out. If you've ever watched the movie The Founder with Michael Keaton, that is a great business movie. If you want to understand how business works, and in this case, franchising, that is an excellent movie to watch, because after years of working his tail off, Mr. Kroc, trying to grow McDonald's, had it to a couple of hundred restaurants and wasn't making money. And yet he was the one granting franchises left, right, and center. And it was explained to him by a young man who ended up becoming one of his lieutenants, chief lieutenants, that you don't make money flipping burgers, pal. You make your money owning the real estate that your burger joint sits on. You become rich as the landlord. You are the owner of the building and the land, or at least you own the land that the building is sitting on. And the franchisee pays for the building. The franchisee pays for the equipment. The franchisee gives you a royalty, and you tell the franchisee how to maintain the license for the franchise, because you are the owner of the franchise entity as a whole. And this is how McDonald's is one of the world's largest owners of real estate on the planet today, with gazillions of locations. They own the land, and Target would not want to do that. So efficiencies, how are you going to reduce $3 billion in expenses, $250 million a month on average, $60 million a week, Monday to Saturday, $10 million a day. How are you going to cut $10 million a day in expenses Monday to Saturday? There's only one way to do it. You fire people. You don't hire back people. You let people leave and don't replace them. You reduce the headcount. I don't care how you want to say it, but it's the same thing. You reduce labor, because it's your number one expense after overheads of rent, and then you have electricity costs. You can't go to the power company and get a lower deal. You can't lower property taxes all that easily, because every municipality you're in has their own issues. And good luck getting any kind of a town council, city council to give you a break when they won't give a break to the car dealer next door. That's not going to happen. So where are you going to get it from? You're going to go get it from your insurance companies that insure your property and in plant and equipment and inventory? No. Costs are going up 8 to 10% a year right now. There's something called inflation, and Target is paying it just like we are. So Target cannot cut costs. Target cannot eliminate that kind of thing. The only thing they could do is, apart from letting people leave who want to leave and then don't replace them, the next thing you could do is attempt to replace your work staff with contractors. So if you have a bunch of people leaving the warehouse division, you turn around and turn the warehouse division into a contracted service. So you don't have employees, Target employees in the warehouse. No, you have employees of company XYZ in the warehouse. The company XYZ pays half the wages that Target pays. But guess what Target gets now? A very inefficient warehouse system. And you got people who don't give a crap about their jobs or Target or its customers, because they're not Target employees. They're underpaid grunts who are being ground into by pulp by an employer. Here's the problem for that employer. Can't find grunts like that anymore. There used to be a lineup of desperate people who would take any 18-hour-a-week job at $8 an hour with no benefits, because that's all they could get. Today, it has changed, because in the United States, there aren't 25 million people desperate for $8 an hour jobs anymore. There are 11 million jobs begging for people rather than people begging for work. And so there are no efficiencies for Target to get. I guess that's what I'm getting at. They're not going to be able to cut $3 billion in expenses easily. So the stock is getting hammered, as it should be, because it cannot earn the money that people thought they were going to earn this year and into next year. And therefore, the shares have to come down in price to reflect the new reality that Target won't make as much money per share going forward. This is the new game in town that we're going to hear all about, that we have not heard for a long time. We have not heard this talk, this radical discussion from this old man for a long time. We have not had this. The last time we talked about a recession that affected all kinds of businesses across the spectrum, where for years there were going to be reductions in profitability and margins, would be the 1980s. In the 90s, it was all about expansion in the new millennium. In the 2000s, it was all about grow and go online and find new ways to sell and market. Now we're oversaturated. How many television stations can you get your hands on now? Gazillions. How many websites can you go shopping on now? Gazillions. How many outfits out there will sell you a pair of socks? Gazillions. It used to be one company for socks, one company for books. Now you can buy anything anywhere from a gazillion different places, including direct from China shipping overnight, 2 nights. Ridiculous. We are oversaturated with merchandise. US consumers, Canadian consumers are drowning in opportunities to buy, 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 buy. And the sellers, there are too many sellers, and there are right now not enough buyers. And the buyers of merchandise are asking themselves, should I cut back this Christmas? Should I not spend as much as I did last year? Because what about my situation, my world? Is my spouse potentially going to be laid off in the new year? Am I going to be laid off in the new year? Is the division that I'm working in not going to make a profit this year, and we don't get bonuses? What is the future of my world? Because it's all back to you. It's all about you. And you will ask yourself, do I feel comfortable dipping into my savings right now at Christmas time, where possibly by January, February, March, I could be short of cash flow? That is being multiplied by tens of millions of people between Canada and the US right this second. And it's reflecting now, beginning to show up in certain areas of definitely retail. And it's not going away. This isn't one of those, oh, it's just for a month or two and everything will be fine again. No. The only good news for the moment is there are 11 million job openings. That's true. In America, there are 11 million job openings. But what could happen very quickly is that number could shrink by 1 or 2 million a month for the next 6-8 months. And a year from now, there could be 4 million people can't find work because there aren't enough jobs to go around. It could go that direction. Might not, might. It all depends. Here in this channel's sphere of influence, the folks who are watching this old guy with his wonderful forehead here, you guys have figured out I can just work from home and I can write stock options on my portfolio and bring in revenue to negate the possibility of income from the outside disappearing. And that is a good feeling to have, a good position to be in, but you have to pay the price to want to do it. What's the price you have to pay? You have to pay attention to how the stock option market works. You have to learn this, and you have to be willing to say to yourself, I won't learn it all, and I won't know it all in a month. The longer I hang out with this old man and listen to what he has to say and follow his viewers here with all these comments that are coming up, the more I hang out with these people, the more I figure out there's more to learn. And the more I do learn, the more I realize I don't know. And now you get it. You begin to understand what market veterans have always said. The old 60-year-old, 40-year veterans of the stock market, or the 25-year veterans of the stock market, they'll tell you the one thing they figured out pretty quick was they don't know it all, and they'll never know it all because it never stays the same. It changes all the time. Option trading is a very complicated and very sophisticated thing. All I'm trying to do is to show viewers of this channel that you can become a player in part of the option market that works for you. And you stick to your knitting and stick to your neighborhood, and you can become a successful player on your street. You're never going to become a dominant option player. You're never going to be asked by the Wall Street Journal for your opinion about the market. And you don't need that crap. You don't need to be taken away, your attention taken away from the job at hand. There are people watching this channel right now and have been watching this channel for over a year, learning how to write options, who are already making more than a living doing it. But there will be in the next year, depending on how long I last, I keep on going, there will be people through this channel that will eventually make millions of dollars on an annual basis writing stock options. It is inevitable. But the price they're paying is their attention, their time, and their their willingness to learn and keep observing what's going on. And you have to understand the world around you and the entire investment world as a whole to get it. Because if you only pay attention to your one stock that you love and just write options on that one stock and don't look at anything else, you're going to get sideswiped one day from something you should have known was coming. You have to have an idea about where the markets are at now, where they're headed, and why. And you also have to understand what can affect markets. Outside forces can mess with an option writer's campaign, and option writers have to be nimble and willing to change their positions, their option positions at any time. And that is the secret to success of this group of viewers of this channel. The folks here don't just go, well, I'm just going to buy this for $1, and when it goes to $100 a share, I'll sell it. That is not the philosophy here. That does not work around here. Generally doesn't work in the market, period. There are folks out there who will only play one game in the stock market, and that they've been playing for decades and has been played by millions for decades and decades and decades. And that game is, I'm going to put $100 a month into the market through a mutual fund or ETFs or some kind of an investment fund, or through some firm that runs investment funds. I'm just going to give them $100 a month and I don't have to worry about it. And that's true. You don't have to worry about it. But at the end of the day, you're going to ask yourself, well, I put money in there for 20 years, 12 months a year, 240 months. I've put money in there. I put in $100 a month. There's $24,000 I put in there. What is it worth now 20 years later? And if it's worth $100,000, you could say, hey, I quadrupled my money. I did all right. And on the one hand, you can say, yes, congratulations. On the other hand, you will ask yourself, wait a minute, $100,000. I started with $100 a month back in 2002. What's the cost of a house now compared to then? What's the cost of a car now compared to then? What's the cost of a T-bone steak today versus then? If I go to my favorite restaurant, how much is my meal now versus what I was paying 20 years ago? And you'll realize, oh, inflation is real. There are higher prices today than before. So really, this $100,000 is actually only worth about $45,000. Am I happy with a return of $20,000 on my $24,000 over 20 years? You break it down and you break it down and you break it, and you realize you're not getting a lot of money per year. Although in the 21st year and the 22nd year, and therefore, and so on and so on, there's earnings on earnings. That's true. The trick is, of course, are you still 25 years old? No, you're not. Are you 45 now because you started at 25? Okay, you can keep on going. But if you're 65 now because you started at age 45 after the kids left the house, you don't have enough to piss in, and you got a problem. And this is what many Americans and Canadians and Europeans are realizing this last 2 years. They are figuring out, my God, as if I haven't got enough problems with this COVID thing and the lockdowns. Now I've got inflation, I've got higher interest rates, and my investments haven't made me enough money to allow me to even retire. I am now going to be forced, if I don't do something else, I am forced to live off the government pension. And I swore I would never be that person. I swore I would never have to live off the government to get by. I can take care of myself. Well, you can talk bravely all you want in your 20s and 30s and 40s if you've got your health. But if you start to lose it and you have issues all around you of others losing their health, and your time is now being taken away from your job to becoming a provider, a health provider of family, friends, neighbors, relatives, whatever your situation, you can't work 80 hours a week anymore on whatever passion you had because you've got to take care of people. You are now relying on government for your help. And you swore you would never do that because the government never pays enough per month to give you the lifestyle you thought you had earned or should be living. And you get a raise maybe once every 2 years, and it's not enough to even cover inflation. What do you do? Well, folks here have figured it out. One way to do it, there's many ways to do it, but one way to consider doing it is becoming an option writer. and welcome to the party, pal. Here you are. Checking out my classes is a pretty darn good idea if you want to understand how options work. If you're serious about this, you will go to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. You will find my classes. You will watch them. There are 14 now, and you'll start at number 1, and you'll move your way up. You will treat this as a college course. You will be serious about it. You will likely rewatch several of these courses again and again and again. You'll take class number 1 and then go to number 2. You might watch number 1 again, watch number 2 again, go to number 3, number 4, watch number 3 again. You'll do this if you're serious. And you'll hang out here with these folks. You'll become a member of this channel so that you can converse with these folks. They'll converse with you. You can converse with me live during the market. And we can talk about different trade possibilities and everything else, because you're serious about making a living on this. If you're not serious about it, you're here for fun, and you're here for a little while, and you'll be gone. You have to work to actually make this work for you. You want to get a result, financial result in your pocket. You got to put some time in. But I can tell you, it's time well spent. It'll pay you handsomely. And you'll find there are folks here who cannot believe how much money they're making. Even when they started writing their first ever option, they began to realize very quickly that after a couple of weeks, they wrote one option here, bought it back, and then they wrote another option, and they bought it back. And they started to do the mathematics, and they realized that they have a certain amount of capital that they could put into this option writing campaign program. And they figured out that on an hourly basis, the return that their portfolio can give them in their pocket on a per hour basis, it blows away the job they have right now, the full-time gig they've been working at for years and were afraid to lose. And they're beginning to figure out, my God, if I can be a decent option writer, I don't need to work for a living for anybody. I can be self-employed. And I don't have to fear losing anything because I'm not going to fire myself. This is unbelievable. This is a huge revelation for people. They don't believe it's true. They try to tell a relative and a friend what they're doing, and the relative and the friend glazes over on their eyes and has no idea what they're talking about, because being an option writer is being less than a 1%er of the market. You are talking about 100 people in the room, and there's only one that really is an option writer. There are probably 20 or 30 option buyers in the room that flip options, try to make money on options. And then there are the rest who are, if they're investors, they're casual and they're part-timers, and they put in 100 a month and figure, hey, in 20, 30 years, there'll be a pot of money waiting for me and everything will be fine. And unfortunately, at the end of 20, 30 years, 2050, 2060, those folks will assess where they're at. And those who've been just putting in a little bit of money every month are going to find that what they put in, they got back, and it isn't much because they put nothing in. They didn't put in enough money. They put it in the wrong area. They had the wrong advisors. They went the lazy way, and they made their advisors a lot of money because their advisors rolled over their dough into more money, millions of times over, of different people, and the advisors made millions and billions of dollars. But the individual investors slice it all up, and yeah, you turn 25 grand into 100 grand over 25 years. Not very successful. That's not good enough. The charts that you were shown when you were thinking about becoming an investor in these different investment funds, the charts you were shown led you to believe that by the time 20 years rolls around, you're going to be way up here on this graph. This graph is going to go like this. It's going to go great. And that way up there is where you were going to retire. That didn't come true. It didn't come true at all. You made 2-3% a year, and you could have done better on something else. There are people who make more money buying a 1965 Mustang, all beat up under a tarp, and they just put the darn thing in their garage and leave it there. And 15 years later, they sell that Mustang under the tarp for a whole lot more money than 3% a year. They did nothing. They bought that thing for $5 grand or $8 grand, threw it in there years ago, and now they're selling that thing for $150,000. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely stupid. There's works of art on people's walls making people millions of dollars over so many years. Good luck figuring out which one that is. Have you got a garage that you can afford to carry and guard against the thief taking that Mustang away from you and all? I mean, oh my God. No. Learn how to write stock options. Do that on one of these devices right here. And then change your life completely by buying into the notion that, you know what, I don't even have to be at home to do this. I don't have to be at my house to write stock options. I can be in Europe and write stock options. Bruce did it. He went to Europe and did the show from Europe. Bruce doesn't write options, but he talked about it from Europe. There are viewers of this channel right now that are in Europe holidaying. There are viewers on this channel who were in the Waldorf Astoria for the weekend in San Francisco, having a lovely old time, that are option writers. There are viewers of this channel who are in RVs. There are viewers of this channel who are traveling the world. There are viewers of this channel who are going to see their relatives and going to places they want to go to, taking day trips, taking hikes, whatever, being able to maintain their accounts and stay on top of these investments. You couldn't do that with a full-time job, could you? Can you take a full-time job with you on the road and go for a 6-week holiday in Europe and keep your boss happy? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to, your boss is not going to play along with that game. No, because your boss wants to be the one going on the holiday and you stay behind in the cubicle, okay? Yeah, there's no upside there. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. We have 29 minutes to go before we start trading. This market is perfectly poised for you to make a fortune. It's a bear market. There's a rally going on in the bear market. It might be a little suspect today, perhaps, but there are dollars on the counter available for your taking. And it is stunning how much money is available for you to have if you want it. You have to figure out how to write options, how they work, how they depreciate, and how you can get your little piece of the action in there and scoop some really nice money. You taking out $10,000 a month from the option market won't even notice it, because $10,000 a month is a nothing burger over there. $10,000 in an hour is a nothing burger. $10,000 in a minute is a nothing burger over there. You guys can easily get yourselves a lovely little living here and help the option market be more liquid. You're actually doing the option market a favor by joining the options market as participants. That's the amazing part about it. The casino floor is as vast as you can imagine. Football fields in size, multiple football fields in size. You can't imagine how big the casino floor is for options. And I'm inviting you to be upstairs where the cameras are, to be one of those folks up there with your own little slot machine down there, or 2 or 3 or 4 slot machines. Each stock has its own slot machine that you operate, and you set the reels. You set how long the machine is going to run, what the payouts are, everything. And you're the one getting the dough. They're putting the money into your machine and cranking the handle. And they're gambling. They're gambling with their money, hoping to find a way to make money on your stock if it moves enough. You're sitting there going, you got a limited time offer, pal. I'm going to let you play on my slot machine for a week, a month, 2 months. And then I'm unplugging the machine from the wall, and whatever money's in that machine is mine. The payouts have been done. The rest is mine. Thank you very much. Casinos always win because casinos don't disappear. You may have noticed that. Even in the movies where you get gamblers making a lot of money, casinos are still there. They don't go away ever. Casinos never run out of cash. Become a casino owner and join the party here, pal. And you can make yourself a real nice buck. Thank you for joining me from around the world. Those of you who have become members of this channel, I thank you so much. Those of you who have become subscribers of this channel, you guys are awesome. I do appreciate it very much. We have a lot to watch, a lot to wonder about. We have 119 thumbs ups already here. Thank you for the 119 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in. Appreciate it. We're going to shift over now to member only commentary. If you become a member of this channel, either a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member or a Gold Bagel member, one of the 2 levels, you get to comment on this channel with yours truly and the other folks here. And we cover everything that's going on. A lot of the folks here pick up a lot of great info on how to not make mistakes in the market. And thank you all, for those of you who have become members. You are the backbone of this channel. It's the only reason that we're on the air, because we would not be here just from ad revenue from YouTube. Believe me, there's no way. I don't think YouTube would keep us on the air either, because from ad revenues, YouTube doesn't make any money off of us either. YouTube actually gets a percentage of the channel membership money that comes in. But then they handle all of that stuff. And so I'm happy with that. I'm happy for the platform. Happy to be able to see you Monday to Friday, minimum 2 times a day, 3 times a day with my pre-alert show. And tonight, this is Wednesday night, 8 o'clock tonight, prime time with Uncle Bruce. I'll be on for Gold Bagel members tonight at 8 o'clock. If you're one of these guys right there, you're one of those guys, you can join us tonight at 8 o'clock live with yours truly. We'll talk about this market, talk about today, talk about the rest of the week, talk about your option strategies and how you're doing, what's working, what's not working, what your thoughts are. We'll take care of you, and we'll keep you on the right path, keep you going forward. If you are taking my classes, thank you. They are available. 14 classes are now available on the website. You can order them from there. If you want to order a class from me directly, for whatever reason you can't get the website to work, or you forgot how to get there, or it just doesn't make sense to you, you can always make a donation here through my PayPal account, which is down below. The classes are $150 each, US. Just send me $150 US. Send me an email saying, Bruce, I sent you $150. Would you mind sending me the link to lesson number 7, lesson number 14, lesson number 2? I'll take care of you. Just let me know. Okay. If you would like to have a one-on-one session with me to talk about your exact situation, your account, your life, your scenarios, things are happening. Things have changed in your world. You got that call at 3 a.m. lately, that kind of change. By all means, we can do a one-on-one together. Sundays are the days I try to do those, 10 in the morning, noon, and 2 in the afternoon Eastern time. And if you'd like to have one of those sessions, send me a private email and say, hey, Bruce, can I have a session with you this Sunday? Would 2 o'clock be okay? 2 o'clock Eastern. I'll send you back an email giving you my openings, and we'll send you the PayPal link so you can make your donation there. We'll lock you in, and we'll get you set up with a one-on-one on Sunday, and we will try to help you be a better option writer and someone who doesn't make mistakes in the market. Because in this market, always the problem is that a lot of people out there can get winners from time to time. They get the right stock, they buy it, and it's all great. But there are others who buy the right stock, they pay too much for it, they can't make a profit on it, they sell it too soon, or whatever the reason is, and then it goes up on them, and they go, Option writers, there are option mistakes you don't want to make. Having a one-on-one might be the answer for you to maximize your profits and really generate the revenue you think you deserve. I think you deserve. And there are folks out there who find that they love to sit down with me once a month. Like every month they do a one-on-one, and they just say, here's what I've done in the last month. We talked about this 2 months ago, 3 months ago, the last time. Here's where I'm at. How are we going? How are we doing this? How are we doing that? The market has changed. Things are evolving. We stay on top of it with you. And people find that it's more than worth their time and money to have a one-on-one with me to go over everything. We can cover a lot of ground in 60 minutes. I mean, a ton. It's just us privately on camera. I'm on this side of the screen over here. You're on this side of the screen over here, and we're talking live. And we'll get you on the right path. Okay, let me know. Send me a private email and just say, Bruce, I'd like a one-on-one with you. Can we do one this Sunday? Let's set it up. Thank you all for joining me this morning. We are now 21 minutes away from opening the markets, and let's see what's going on here. And here you get Ravenstown loves me. Thank you, Ravenstown, for being such a fan. If writing options is so lucrative, why doesn't Uncle Bruce write options? Instead, he'd rather try to make a living off of YouTube, but tells you that you could quit working and write options for a living. I mean, he's such a bum. He's such a sap. He lives off the back of his viewers, and he sucks the money out of them. What a guy. I'll thank you, Ravenstown, for that. If you're new in town, Ravenstown, you probably are. And if any of you others are as new to this channel as Ravenstown seems to be, you kind of know why I don't do that. I'm not in competition with you, and I'm not sitting here trading my account and ignoring you. I'm not promoting you into my positions so that hopefully, I get enough of you guys to follow me. It'll all work out. I don't promote stock for myself and try to get you to buy it after I buy it. There's no conflict of interest here. I am an advisor. I'm a commentator, and I'm just giving you my experience. And you're the ones who do the trades that you decide to do. And you take my guidance. Great. You don't. Great. It's okay with me. Nothing personal. I don't sit here with a quote machine behind me, or me in the corner down here, something like that, or down here, and all these numbers are going by and all these graphs are going by, and I'm showing you what I'm doing. I don't trade. I don't own any stocks. I'm an advisor. So actually, in reality, this channel lives or dies by how well its viewers are actually doing. That's the reality of it. So if there are people here trying to write stock options and they can't make money, they're not going to be here very long. They'll be here for a little while and try. And if they just keep losing and losing and losing, they're going to give up. And as long as I can't replace, if I can't replace viewers with new viewers all the time to keep this channel going, eventually I'll run out of viewers and I will have no one making money, and there will be no one taking my classes and no one becoming members, and I will be off the air. And this has happened to a lot of YouTubers, as you folks out there are well aware. If you're watching stock market channels, you're very well aware that a lot of people who were on the air 2 years ago, back in December, January of 2021, for example, when GameStop really took off, the meme stocks took off, all the hype went nuts. There were all kinds of 28-year-old, 32-year-old people with 50 years of investment experience telling you what to do with your money as they were trading themselves. Many of these people, most of them gentlemen, mostly males, they're gone. They're not here anymore. Most of them. There's still a handful of us around, but most are long gone. And most of their viewers lost a lot of money because the hype of the meme stock craze and the mother of all short squeeze returns, that all evaporated into thin air. As soon as inflation showed up and as soon as interest rates popped in, everything changed. And we've had trillions of dollars leave the market because a lot of speculators aren't here anymore. Remember, of course, 2 years ago, people were being paid not to go to work. In Canada, they were getting $2,000 a month not to leave the house per adult. And some of these folks decided, I'm going to put $2,000 a month into the market. I'm going to learn how the stock market works. Well, they wanted to learn what they wanted to learn. They weren't interested in hearing how the market actually works. They just want to know, how do I buy stock down here and sell it up here for a fat profit, and take this $2,000 a month and turn it into $20,000 a month and become very wealthy very quickly? Because that's what a lot of channels are telling me I can do. That's what they were looking for. They're gone too. Those viewers are gone. There were at one time, there were probably 100 million viewers searching YouTube for stock advice every morning, every day. And I bet you today it's 5 million, 10 million people. Those other 80, 90 million, they're back to work now. They're back to what they were doing before. They all lost a bunch of dough and they swore they'll never do it again. And all their advisors have been erased from existence. And then there are those who are still here. And there are a fraction of people on this channel still here who come back every single day and who write options now and make money all the time, and they won't leave. And I find that with the memberships that I attract, people becoming members, and those who acquire my classes, they get more knowledgeable all the time about how the whole market works, including the option side. And they're going, I'm not going anywhere. It's working for me. Why would I quit this? And so here we are. And now, of course, we have Rugman to protect us right here. I mean, you dare step on that shag carpet cape, you're in big trouble. You're just asking for it. Going to be fun today to see how Rugman takes care of business today. We've got a 43-point drop on the Dow, 12 on S&P, 50 on NASDAQ. We're down 146 on crude. Interesting how crude oil has been dropping basically all week long. Last week, this week, we're still backing off from the low 90s down to now 85.39. It keeps dropping. If there's a recovery coming, a world phenomenal boom in economic performance and activity, oil would be $110 a barrel. There'd be a shortage of this stuff, but there is no shortage of oil. Even with all the shenanigans with the Russian market and stuff, no shortage of crude. Interesting how it's working. Yes, there are anomalies in the oil and gas business. We all know about those. The price of diesel is a joke. The price of gasoline is ridiculously high for what oil is trading at. We know all that. But the actual core material, crude itself from the ground, how much would you like? It's everywhere. There's oil all over the place. I still remember in the late 60s and the 70s, there was talk that within 10 years, the world would run dry of crude oil. Back in the late 70s, 80s. Oh yeah, we got to find it like you can't believe. We got to drill, baby, because we're running out of this stuff. And the oil companies were proving it by saying, see, we have to drill in Alaska now. We have to drill up there to get oil. That's how rare oil is today. Not knowing that Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia, Texas, Oklahoma are sitting on vast swaths of oil. North Dakota, South Dakota, the amount of oil there. Canada, the world's #1 source of oil, if you want it to be. There's more oil in Canada than almost Saudi Arabia. It's unbelievable how much oil is out there. It's everywhere. The problem with oil is that when you burn it, it releases certain things into the atmosphere that aren't necessarily good for the atmosphere and the planet as a whole. You could use oil a lot more efficiently for goods and services and items that you really need, rather than burning it to move vehicles. This is 1800s technology we're still, championing today. We could just go electric, and we could learn how to go really efficient on electric, but we're too busy arguing with each other that, electricity is just as dirty as oil because to make an electric car, you have to pollute everything. And maybe we could learn how to make electric vehicles more efficiently. I think we are. That's happening quickly on a very fast scale. But in any event, that's another topic for another day. Did you hear yesterday the big news? The big news is out. Orange Boy is back. Orange Boy is back for another run at the White House. And did you see how many people are now lining up to back him up? Or did you see how many people are lining up not to back him up? Going to be interesting, isn't it? Yes, it will be. Should be a lot of fun. Anyway, never a dull moment. Brian is saying, Uncle Bruce, apparently Alberta will have a $13 billion surplus this year because of high oil prices. Yeah, natural gas, actually, Brian. It's not even oil. It's natural gas. The province of Alberta makes more money on royalties on natural gas than it does on oil. And during the 2000s, a good chunk of the 2000s, natural gas was being sold at a loss by oil and gas companies just to get rid of the stuff, because they would pull oil out of the ground and make money on the oil, but lose money on the gas or break even on it. And they would just sell it off and get rid of it. Now they're making a fortune on natural gas. And the oil is profitable, sure, but not like natural gas is profitable. And for the province of Alberta, it is phenomenal, because this province has 4.5 million people, and it's going to have a $13 billion surplus, provincial surplus, like a state surplus. Of course, this province borrowed heavily from the financial markets the last 15 years to keep building its infrastructure and its schools and its hospitals and all the services that Albertans demand. Don't want to pay for, but they demand it. So this province was about 100 billion in debt up until 2-3 years ago. Now we find that the debt is down to about 70 billion, maybe 65 billion now. And these deficits or these surpluses are helping to pay off the bankers just as rates are going up. Perfect timing. You couldn't ask for a better scenario because the interest costs on money that you borrow now are much higher than they were a year ago. And Alberta doesn't need to borrow any money anymore. It's just paying down its old debt. It's just paying it off faster than it needs to eliminate the deficit and the debt as a whole. But it is what it is. Alberta is a natural gas, oil province, agriculture, tourism, high technology here. 4.5 million people, very entrepreneurial here. It's a unique place in Canada. And of course, Alberta adds greatly to Canada's GDP, and the amount of taxation that leaves this province and goes to the federal government to be redistributed to the other provinces is phenomenal. And deep down inside, Albertans are actually proud of that. They claim to be upset, but they know that this is good for Canada as a whole. The provinces that are strongest provinces are the ones who handle the weaker regions. That's how it works. That's in the U.S., certainly in the United States. Ask Mitch McConnell how much money Kentucky gets from Washington versus how much it sends to Washington. Mitch and the Kentuckians are drowning in federal money. Same in Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama, Missouri, and other states that are in the bottom 10 of all categories. The amount of money they get from the federal government outweighs how much they generate themselves. But they don't want to talk about that because you can't, don't remind us about how poor we are. Don't you do that. We're a great place. Yes, it's all fine. It's wonderful. We love it. Congratulations, everybody. New Yorkers, of course, generate more tax revenue for the federal government, as do Californians and other states. They generate a ton of money for the rest of the country, but everyone loves to hate New Yorkers. It's amazing how that works, how folks in New York who work their butts off and generate unbelievable wealth pay so much towards the federal government in the USA. And that money then gets distributed to the poorer states that are all red. Generally speaking, they're all red states. It's funny how welfare states are red and entrepreneurial states are blue. How does that work? And then you got Texas. That's kind of like, well, we want to be red, but we like being blue. We like making money. We just don't like to give it to our state, and so we'll cut ourselves off at the knees and not even regulate our own electric grid. And that leaves us wide open to the electric grid collapsing in the middle of the winter when we get a freak storm and we have $20 billion in losses. But that's freedom, We're free to do whatever we want. Oh, are you ever? You are free, all right. Congratulations. However you do it, it's up to you guys out there. It's all regional. It's all your business. But I watch business. That's what I do. Thank you all for being here. Sorry if I'm ranting too much today. 6 minutes to go and we start trading, okay? Let's talk about that. We have 149 thumbs ups. Thank you guys so much for the 149 thumbs ups. We're going for 200 every day. So appreciate you helping us out, getting us closer to that mark. Pre-market, I got Rocket Lab up a penny. I've got, let's take a look here if I can get this to work. Boom. I've got, there we go. I've got SoFi down 9 cents to 5.77. We've got GameStop down 79 cents to 26.80. We have the AMC and the Ape shares dropping 21 cents so far today. Now we got Matterport up 3 cents. We've got 23andMe down, looks like 7 cents to 3.34. These are pre-market quotes. Spire Global up a penny. I have nothing on ATIP. Smart rent, I think we're off a nickel. I'm not sure. 296. Nothing on Sextera. Apple down $1.13 this morning. Goldman right now down $1.08. We've got 5 minutes to go before we open now. Cisco was up 2 cents. Tesla 279 lower at 191.63. We got ARC Innovation down 82 cents. We've got Microsoft down 34 cents. Bed Bath Beyond is down 13 to 360. We have Pfizer up 3 cents. It lost 67 yesterday. It's up 3 this morning. 48.60 on Pfizer. We were pushing 50 just the other day, but we're backing off now. HPQ, Hewlett Packard, down 26 cents to 30.30. Yesterday we're up 13 to 30.56. 30.30 on the pre-market, down 26. Carvana down 38 cents to 9.55. Google is down almost 80 cents to 97.94. And Amazon broke that $100 support level yesterday. We're now 97.02 this morning, down $1.92. So there is definitely selling on the NASDAQ side of the coin absolutely happening. And the retail stocks are mixed with the Target stock that was under pressure, TJX, and we're watching yesterday the big run up that Walmart had. We'll be watching to see if there's any more movement in that direction or not. So there you go. That's what's going on, kids. Never a dull moment in this market of ours. Thank you for joining me this morning already. Thank you for the thumbs up so far today. It is much appreciated. And thank you for those of you subscribing to this channel, becoming members of the channel, renewing your memberships. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. I know you love making money, and that is what we're trying to do here in this crazy bear market. We have 153 thumbs ups, 47 away from 200. We're 3 minutes away from opening. Thank you for popping those thumbs ups on us. We're ahead of yesterday's pace right now, and I thank you very much. 200 is in our sights, and I appreciate getting there. Okay. Yeah, there's all kinds of commentary going on. I've stirred up a hornet's nest here with tax talk, red states, blue states. I got the Americans all riled up. I love you guys. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Nobody wants to live in Louisiana, says Coyote. Dude, Pulse Guitar, I'm just 2 classes in, and you learn a lot. I would grab any that interests you or go in order like Bruce suggests. Pulse, so they're building on top of each other. I wasn't sure if I'd pick your strategy. Just jump in kind of thing. If you want to watch my classes, your best bet is to start at number 1 and go to number 2 and go to number 3. Just systematically do this. Some of you will say to yourselves, oh, wow, a lot of what he's talking about in lesson number 1, I kind of know this. But then every once in a while, you'll go, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Really? Is that how that worked? That's what happens with the lessons. And as we have done each lesson after the next one, we just build on where we were. So lesson number 2, we continue on from lesson number 1. It's kind of like the Crown, except there's no Queen Elizabeth. It's just like the Crown. You watch lesson 1 and then lesson 2 and lesson 3, and I start talking about lesson 1 and 2 and lesson 3, and then lesson 4, 5, 6, I talk about lesson 2, 3, and 4, and then lesson 7, 8, 9, 10. It just keeps building, and I'm not as basic in lesson 7 as I was in lesson 1, or lesson 12 as I was in lesson 7. It gets more interesting and more complicated, and you want to join right in on lesson 14. You may find that half of what you're listening to, you don't get it. You don't understand it. The good news is you bought lesson 14. You can watch it as many times as you want. Go back to number 1, watch number 1, number 2, and all of a sudden you'll go, oh, that's what he's talking about in lesson 14. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Now I see what's going on. I'll watch 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do it that way. And away we go. You'll get much quicker at it. Thank you, everybody. What can I say? Oh, my goodness. Coyote, in 2019, a team in my company was forced to move to Louisiana when their project migrated there full time. These young guys moved their lives there They all became insanely depressed living here. Yikes. None of them made it past the 2-year mark, and I don't blame them. They all left. Yikes. Susan shops about. I'm number 162 right now. Bruce, Larry Titus. Bruce, you are open. We're hitting the bells. We're running. Thank you, Larry from DQ. Pulse Guitar. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. I'll make my first class purchase soon after I get paid. Rock and roll, buddy. Dude, Phase, I went from 1-2 to 14. I'm getting 3 next month, slowly but surely filling my knowledge gaps. Constantine, wow, look at that drop in the market. Nick, Gaioti, our company does a bunch of work across the country. The one locale no one ever wants to go, even though the work there is great. Venice, Louisiana. Nobody wants to go there. Isn't that amazing? Rugman to the rescue, says Constantine. Nick, oh man, I don't blame him, laughing out loud. What do we got? The markets are up and running. Let's find out what we have going on and where it's going on. Let's see what's happening in this wild and wacky world in which we live. I'm showing the Dow at the moment off 38 points. Tesla down 364. I've got Apple down 39 cents. GameStop down 80 to 26.79. SoFi at 570 down 15 cents. HPQ 29.95 down 61 cents. I got S&P down 12 points. Let me double check now. I'm going to just refresh my screen on my big ass iPad. Let it load up again. 26.61 on GameStop, down 98 cents, down 3.5% to start the morning off here. And we'll find out what this market looks like. We're down 50 on the Dow now, about 16 on S&P, and 94 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is down 0.83 of a percentage point. S&P down 0.4, the Dow 0.15. Oil down 164 right now at 85.24. Let's go. What's happening? Credit Savage says that what made me go in and give my 2 weeks notice was the day I asked for a 10% raise, since I was teaching newbies how to do a great job and they were crushing it. The compensation committee said no. I now still work for them, and the best part is coming. We'll be right back with that rest of that story. Christina, think my 24.50 GameStop options expired this Friday will die out of the money. Laugh out loud. Wishful. What's happening? 26.69, 26.60 down a buck. We lost $1 on GameStop in 2 minutes. We'll see where it goes here, Christina. Gaioti, Vilbus, oh man, I love seeing people try to pronounce that place. Okay, Credit Savage, here we go. So now I still work for them, except now I ask for 3 times the money. And as soon as I'm done with a project, I walk away. Whether it will be 30 minutes or 3 hours, I get paid a full day. Being a house husband is the best decision I've ever made. There you go. This was the revelation for Credit Savage and others out there who are realizing you're never going to get a raise worthy of your talents and your effort and your dedication to the firm. You're never going to get treated like a top 10% or a top 2%. And people decide, you know what, I'm going to become a consultant and I'll offer my services to my former employer at double, triple the rate, because now I'm a corporation. I act like a company to company, rather than me to the company. Even though I'm the only one in the company, you get the company rate. And people find that this is easy because they make inquiries and go through the Rolodex, and they find that, oh gosh, all kinds of corporations would love to hire you on a project-to-project basis, and they will pay you a project price. They won't negotiate an hourly rate. You'll just say to them, well, this is going to take about, this project you want me to do, I'm estimating it'll run about $5,000. And they'll go, okay. They'll pay it. You'll do the hourly number, and you'll think to yourself, I'm getting paid triple what I used to get paid by the hour, because I just charge by the project now. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Vilba says, I'm from Texas, and we have that place, which is pronounced totally different. Gaudy, Credit Savage of Wall Street, you offered them a fair number, so you removed your offer and hit them with a stink ask, and they had to pay for it. Life is a lot like the market. Nick, DeMaurier, my 15-cent stink bid on my ATIP January 24th hit. I sold them for 35, bought them back for 15. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Mr. Premium of the option. I used to live near there as well. We're up 25 on the Dow now, 29, a little dead cat bounce here, but there's red everywhere. We're down 10 on S&P, down 83 on NASDAQ. And we've got GameStop sitting at 27.01 to 27.02, kind of. We're down 57 cents right now. SoFi down 11 at 574. HBQ down 93 cents to 29.63. Dow is now down again, -1. Tesla down 307 to 191. Apple down 43 cents to 149.61. 26.98 on GameStop. Amazon 95.90, another $3 drop from that $100 level we had yesterday, even 103 at one point. Amazon is backing off. Home Depot down 450 to 307. Cisco down 37 cents to 44.53. Pfizer is up 45 to 49.02. Netflix down $4, 306. IBM 144.59, only up a quarter. Microsoft up $1.25 to 242.50. Vanik Vectors down 5.30. Adobe down 3.40. Goldman down 117. Google down 48 cents. Boeing down 125. Moderna 187.95. Holding on. Rollover opportunities persist on Moderna for certain viewers of mine. Facebook, Meta Platforms down 216. ME down 6 cents. Rocket Lab down 28 cents. Matterport down 1 penny. ATIP barely a penny lower. Smart Rent down 8 cents. Spire unchanged. Sextera down 3. Royal Caribbean down 205. We've got AMC and Ape down 35 cents at the moment. Okay, those are some of our faves that we like to watch or most quoted. We're down 12 now on the Dow Jones as we speak. GameStop $26.99 to $27, down 59 cents. Low of the day now on GameStop has already been $26.37 has been the low trade already on GameStop. The high $27.15, and even that is a down trade on the day. The stock has not been positive yet on GameStop. 27.02.05, trying a dead cat bounce. We'll see if there's anything to it. The volume so far in 7 minutes on GameStop, 247,000 shares, which is 60,000 shares pre-split. It's a nothing burger. Absolutely no support there whatsoever. No volume. David Scott, I did exactly that. I formed my LLC to work as a consultant. I still work for a company, but I told my boss I started my own LLC, and he has to pay me 7% of his revenue as I run his entire operation. Wow. Option writing will be my main revenue in a year or so. This is awesome stuff. I love this. Credit Savage number 3. Now that I work only when I want and stay home with the kids and trade for a living, I save $48,000 a year in childcare. The wife is happier, kids are happier, and now work pays me 200% more. I love it. There you go. Deuce Caboose. Dang, man. SoFi website app has been down for over an hour. Not good. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, when you roll over, for example, you sell a call for $250, it goes up, and you buy back for $350, and you roll into a $450 because you cover the margin. You actually have $350 in your account, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right, because you sell at $450, you bought back at $350. You've added $1 to the $250 you started with. So now you've got $350 in your account. And so if that stock of yours falters a little bit, which it always does, then the call, that $450 call, quickly goes down to $350. And then it goes down to $250, and you're sitting there going, oh, I'm up $1 on this already. This is good. But the other thing you got to think about is the minute you did that rollover, and the reason you did that rollover in the first place was that the shares represented by that call option went up. Those shares went up. Now, either you own the stock or you own a deep in the money call on the stock, and it had to have gone up in value if the call option went up in value. And I will bet you that even though the call option went from $250 to $350, I'll bet you the stock went up more than $1 a share. It may have gone up $2 a share. I'll bet you the deep in the money call you're sitting on is $150 to $2 higher in value, even though the call you wrote against it only went up $1. You're richer no matter what. Yes, sir. That is the name of this game. Splayer, first trade was down twice as well, once during the opening while the election day was going on. Maybe too many people are watching the same thing. Coyote, Constantine, you keep the original 250 and then a dollar difference in a roll. That's 350. That's right. DQ, Deuce Caboose. Rumor mill is that SoFi front end servers were hosted on a farm in Poland. Coyote, this is what I do every time I roll. You're going to make me roll? Okay. Higher strike and you pay me. I want more money. That's right, Splayer. Have you counted already how much you are spending less for driving to work or for eating somewhere out there? Exactly. When you're working at home, it's incredible. Who cares says, I had one last $5 AMC covered call that got assigned yesterday. Looks like I might get it back today at 5, but I have no intention of doing that. There you go. Right on. Walking away, smart move. We're at 26.90 now on GameStop, dropping again, down 68 cents. The Dow is down 19.8. Tesla's down $4 now to 190 bucks. So we're about to go under that. Apple 148.88, dropping again, 116 lower. SoFi 570 down 15. HPQ down 95 cents today to 29.61. Amazon off 315 to 95.79. Home Depot down $4. Cisco down 41 cents. Pfizer holding a 40-cent gain. Netflix down 340. IBM up 27 cents. That's it. Microsoft up 142. No, 126. Microsoft is slipping. Vanik down 483, Adobe down 313, Goldman down 220, Google down 32 cents, Boeing down $2. That's what's going on most of these stocks. We're down a little on the Dow, 9 points, but the drop is elsewhere. The drop is 16 points on S&P 500, almost a half a percentage point, and NASDAQ is down almost a full point now, 103 points, 1 percentage point practically down now. Oil down $1.58 to 85.34. Headline: U.S. manufacturing sector losing steam. It says that's a forward indicator, a slowing economy. Interesting how this is running and how it's affecting the market. 26.84 on GameStop. The low of the day, 26.37. We're dropping back again from that 27 something print we had. We are giving up some. Pricing today on GameStop. We're down 72 cents now, 26.88, jumping about, but definitely lower today. Those of you who were successful yesterday in doing rollovers on your options for GameStop, congratulations. Rugman is coming to the rescue today. Yoink is what's happening here. We'll keep an eye on this. GameStop options I am sure, are dropping in value today, especially those that expire this Friday, the 16th of 18th of November, and next month's the December. These are dropping off. I'm sure. We'll watch this closely. That's what we do, and we'll see just what's going on here. More cash in the account, says who cares. Exactly. Nicholas Kramer says he knows a guy called Powell. Everything's okay, everybody. It's all fine. Kramer's on it. We're going to be fantastic. Dow's up 14, trying a little bounce here. Tesla down to 190.65. Apple 149.10. GameStop 27.01. SoFi now 566, down 19 cents. 565 down 20 cents on SoFi. HPQ 29.62. Those HPQ rollovers you guys were doing are now paying off. You're noticing backing off of those calls you sold for top premium yesterday. Same with GameStop. Some of you folks really stole money from people yesterday. You really picked people's pockets. But then again, they willingly gave it to you, didn't they? You put in stink offers and they took the contracts from you. What are you supposed to do? Not take the money? You got to take the money. Hold on to it for them and decide how much to give back later. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. 26.95, 26.94 on GameStop. Down 102 points on NASDAQ at the moment. Most interesting morning. Welcome welcome all to the party. Nice to have you all here today. We'll keep an eye on these markets. Looking at interest rates right now, they're a bit lower. I think that's because the US dollar is a bit lower against other currencies. for the moment. The euro has come back to almost at 104. So it's over the American dollar at the moment after being as low as 97 or something. The pound is at 118, up just a little this morning, 118 against the US dollar. It touched 103 for 10 minutes about a month ago. Then it hung around 110 to 113 for a while. Now it's 118. We'll see about that. We heard this morning that inflation in the United Kingdom is at the highest level in 40 years, 40 years, over 11%. Official inflation report in the UK, over 11. This is coming to a town near you. I don't know if you know this, whether you believe it or not, but if you're in Canada, you're in America, we are going to see inflation over 10% shortly. It's coming. There's no way around it. We are going to get whacked with a higher inflation rate. Don't get fooled by all these people who want to sing Kumbaya around the campfire. These folks are in dreamland. This is not going to happen. We are, I think, going to reach 11% inflation within the next few months. I think so. It's coming to a town near you. We'll watch for that. These markets are going to not like it. They're not going to like it. All right. What else is going on? Splair, I think I'll buy back my SoFi and Matterport calls today, just in case of a good Friday. Up to you, Splair, but these are going to depreciate. Constantine, 17 February, 27 and a half at 540. Not bad. I'll take that. Coyote, didn't we kill inflation last Thursday? I don't understand. We thought we killed it. Splair, but only when Matterport goes near 330 or SoFi near 540, because they won't be for sure for a long while down there, is my guess. I see what you're doing. Splair's watching the Matterport, the SoFi. If they back off, like he thinks they will, he will scoop back contracts for a nice profit. There you have it. Miss Jen, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in. I'm hanging in there.
Did you tell them what you did yesterday?
I did not tell them what I did yesterday.
How are you feeling?
I'm hanging in there.
Okay.
But I didn't tell them.
Okay.
Should I tell them?
Only if you wish.
I don't know if I should tell them.
Well, I mean, now.
Now what?
Yeah, well, you've been teasing them.
Oh, I've been teasing him.
And,
yeah, that's true. I've been teasing him. Yeah.
Being the youngest of many children, teasing is not good. Never been a big fan of the teasing.
You were never a fan of being teased as
Never
the youngest of the brood. You never liked that. Well, the reality is that Jennifer and I went out yesterday after talking to you folks yesterday. We went out and did some shopping, and we got back, and it was just around sunset when we got back. The sun was setting, temperatures cooling off. We had a beautiful day yesterday. We hit like 40 degrees, but by the time we got home, we were quickly coming back to the 32 degree mark, freezing, and we got into to our driveway here. We have to park outside because the garage is full of stuff. Our friends have their vehicles in there, so we just park on the driveway. And we got out of the car, and I assisted Jennifer into the house, and I wouldn't let her carry anything. Just you hang on to my arm, and we're going to get you into the house. And once you're into the house, I'll come back out here and I'll get the stuff we bought. So Jen's in the house, all is well. I come outside, and I come around the corner, just down the walkway toward where a car is, and just coming towards the rear of the vehicle, and I slip on my shoes, and I come into a little icy patch, and I know I'm going to fall now. And in a split second, you're going to fall now. The question is, how are you going to fall? Are you going to allow the momentum you have to do this, or are you going to try to alter the momentum of the event that is about to happen? And I decided I didn't like the trajectory that I was on, and I thought,
you just want to go right under the car.
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go into the car, under the car. I decided I would attempt to do what the football players do in the NFL:
tuck and roll,
or angle your momentum over here and slide. And I thought rather than fall like that, I'd rather fall like that.
Absolutely.
And so I made my one nanosecond decision move that you can't reverse once you do it.
Protect the head.
And down I went, and I landed on my left side, which is the side that my shoulder bugs me at all the time, and landed on my left hip, landed on my left knee, landed on my left ankle, and rolled onto my back and laid there and went, "You're alive. You're conscious. You can try to get up now."
I didn't
And
hear
so
anything snap.
I don't see blood anywhere, so this is good. I didn't hear any snapping of any bones.
No snapping,
And
no
so I rolled over onto one side, and then I got up slowly and kind of braced myself on the back of the car and went, breathe and assess, and survived it. But as the minutes went by and the hours went by, the soreness began to set in, and the stiffness began to set in. And the 67-year-old frame of this gentleman said, "You will never play football for a living, ever. You know that, don't you? You're not a hockey player.
Going to the pro game.
You're not going to the all. You're not going to the Pro Bowl. Nothing like that." And so I was managed to get everything into the house, and a couple of Tylenol later, I'm on the couch and just resting, and had a very good sleep last night.
Good.
Was exhausted. This has completely exhausted me, because the body is now busily attempting to repair itself, and slept quite well. Actually, I was very relieved about that. Thank you, Tylenol and anisinin.
Not even going to help you. Just
Acetamin-
keep going.
As pills. Thank you, pills.
Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen. That slept.
And the
slept
other
well.
stuff? What's the other stuff?
Tylenol.
No, that is-
ibuprofen.
There you go.
IBU. I don't. Whatever. I'm okay.
Hey, I gotta get my jollies.
But I am stiff and sore today, and
Yes.
I'm really tired. We're not going out today. We were planning on going out.
No, we
anyway,
don't
so
go out on
we're not-
Wednesdays anyway.
I'm going to just stay here and do this. So we're all right. But boy, you have this happen to you, and you immediately think, the mind goes a million miles an hour and going, well, the Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife is no good for lifting and running around. If I go down, now I can't get around. That we're now not moving. This is not good. So yes, be careful out there.
That's right.
Keep that mobility going, and
You'll be breaking more hearts.
we don't want to be doing that. So anyway, we're alive. We're relatively well,
Excellent.
and we're here. Tuck and roll is what Coyote says.
That's right. Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll is right. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. So
Just roll down the window and hop out. Tuck and roll.
yes, such fun. But that's why I love winter. I sure love
Oh,
winter
yeah,
up here.
winter's
Oh, it's so
There
much
seems
fun.
to be an abundance of red
Yes.
on your market.
My phone here with all the quotes: red. Very little green, lots of red. So Rugman has shown up today, but we don't have like a bloodbath going on. We're only off about 19 on the Dow, but it's the beginning. This might be a momentum builder as we go. We got S&P down 23. We got NASDAQ down 130 something points. The NASDAQ's down 1.2%. The Dow is just barely under the red line. So the NASDAQ is leading the way lower. But guess what the NASDAQ has done the last week? It's been leading the way higher. And so we've been calling for a correction, and it's finally coming in. We'll see how severe it is. Time will tell. There you go. Target came out with their numbers today.
Oh, really?
Missed on their lowered
Oh.
expectations across all
Oops,
segments.
oops.
So gross sales were lower.
Yeah.
Net profit was lower.
Well, sure.
Expenses were much higher.
Yeah.
And they're talking about a $3 billion cost reduction program. That's the only way they're going to do it.
That's called closing.
I don't know about closing stores, but they're definitely going to let people go.
Well, if you don't have people, you can't. Well,
Yeah.
to a point, you can't have
Yeah.
the store open if you've only got 3 employees.
We know retail. You reduce staff, you reduce service. You reduce staff, you reduce selection in the
Right.
shelves.
You start putting up.
You
big walls,
reduce selection in the shelves. People go in there and can't find what they want. They leave pissed off.
and they don't come back.
They don't come back for a while. They write off Christmas. That is what you don't want.
You don't want to ruin Christmas again, Bruce.
You don't want to do that again. Why do you hate America so much? Don't do that. Don't hate America so much. So you better stock those shelves. You better have happy staff there. The problem is, how happy can staff be if they know management is looking to let people go, and I might be one of them?
Yeah.
How happy are you to be at work? Hi, welcome to Target. I don't think so. That is the problem.
Yeah. What do you want?
Morale will
I quit
be-
better jobs than this.
I quit better jobs than it. That's what they're saying. That's right.
So remember, I was supposed to get a delivery on Monday, and it never came.
Yes, you were
And then
supposed to get it.
Yesterday, it said, "Oh no, you're going to get it today,"
Tuesday.
and it never came. So today, it says that the ticket was actually just created yesterday,
Oh,
and does not give any indication of when I will get it.
we have no idea when you're going to get it. We are getting the item for you to get to you, even though we promised to you on Monday. Oh, we
Yeah.
promised it to you on Tuesday. Now we don't know if you're
So-
going to get it and when.
You don't want
Amazon.
to know what Brown has done for me lately.
Amazon is disappointing people
No,
up here.
no, this isn't Amazon.
It isn't.
No, this is my. It's a yarn. I ordered yarn
Oh.
from a place in the United States. It's on the same continent.
Ooh, American company.
I ordered it on October the 17th.
Ooh, this is November 16th. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, I think you should ask for a refund.
Well, it was that 5 business days. You know, I was going to get it within 5
I
business days.
think you should just get a refund and forget the whole thing. They're not getting anything from
But
these
I
people.
really-
You're not getting it. They don't
I
have it.
want
They don't have it.
I want it.
They don't have it.
No, that's Amazon,
Ah,
who, without asking me, just gave me a refund.
and there are issues with Amazon right now.
They just gave me a refund.
Here's a refund. Reorder it.
No.
Oh, we're out of stock.
I
Ha!
can wait a little longer. No.
No, here's your money. You're not getting
we
it.
don't
Shut
ever
up.
have this. And now, if you go look, you can't buy it anymore.
Ah, it's
So
no longer in stock.
It's no longer.
Available for
No.
purchase. Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
The joys of
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
shopping.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Disney raised their ticket prices yesterday. Did you hear?
Oh,
Again, second time this year. Yeah, again. Up
Isn't
go
that,
Disney
they
prices.
raised it like when does it take effect?
Probably immediately.
Wow, that's kind of a coincidence, isn't it? that
Why?
Thanksgiving's next week.
Oh, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and Disney just raised their prices.
Because we know, having lived close to Disneyland, that the best time to go to Disneyland is that first week in December. There's nobody there.
Used
Get
to
off
be.
the ride, get back on. Get off the ride, get.
Used to be nobody
Yeah.
there. That's true. Yeah.
'Cause
Yikes.
Thanksgiving's done and Christmas hasn't come yet.
Yeah. Barron's is saying that severity of the Advance Auto Parts Company missing earnings is a surprise.
Oh,
It's a surprise how bad the miss was. Oh, yikes! Yoink! 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 Rug man to the rescue! Yoink! I can do that with this arm. Can't do it too well with this.
baby.
Can't do it too well with this. Not so.
Go to your masseuse.
I got my massage coming
She
on
gonna
Saturday. Got
hurt you
my masseuse
bad.
is going to kick the crap out of me on Saturday. She's going to beat me up. Oh. The question is, do I take Tylenol before I see her or
Oh.
after?
Or both. I
or-
think D,
oh.
all of the above.
Or be well into it. Oh, I'm going to get hurt this week. Apart from hurting myself, we're going to play a little game called "Tell Me Where It Hurts," and then she's going to start down at the ankle. Does it hurt here? Yeah, right there. Yeah, that tendon right there, that muscle. Oh yeah. Does it hurt here near the? Yes, near the knee. Yes. Does it? What up here on the upper leg? Ooh, yes, that hurts. She's going to have so much fun. It's an age of discovery, is what it's going
Is
to
that
be.
what it
An
is?
absolute age of discovery. Yikes! Oh my!
I'm sure you're a challenge for her all the time.
I'm always a challenge
You've
for her.
always been a guinea pig.
She always has fun working on me, giving me the elbows and the forearm on the muscles and the acupuncture.
Acupuncture, yes.
She hits me with that too. Oh,
And then
she's
zaps you.
going to be busy this weekend. Saturday she's
I
going to
know.
be busy.
Fastest hour and a half.
It's the quickest 90 minutes known to mankind. It's unbelievable. I have to go in there.
What are you
Anyway,
going to eat?
grape jelly today. I'm going right back to basics
Is it?
today. I need the energy.
Back to basics.
I want the taste, but make sure that bagel is really toasted, please. Yesterday's wasn't quite enough.
Really?
Wasn't enough. The sesame seeds were soft, and they had no.
Oh no!
I was really disappointed, and
Did
I
you
was
send it
going
back
to
to the
write.
kitchen?
I was going to write a letter to the cook, and I thought, no,
Did you tell the waitress
no,
or the cook that it was bad?
not a good
No,
idea.
just, I'm a
Keep
little
it to
flighty
yourself and wait till you're on the air and then complain on the air, so that if she hits you on the air, there are at least
today.
witnesses
Oh, no, I'm
who
a
can
bit
get the clip to the cops.
I'm just saying I'm a bit congested today.
You're a bit congested?
Yeah. I could probably cork something up for you. Goodbye.
This is the price you pay when you have a Jennifer Aniston hot-looking wife. You have to tolerate this kind of reaction. Oh, man. It used to be a lot easier, but it's not that easy anymore. I'm telling you right now, it's not that easy anymore. Good morning, Jen from John Anderson. Oh, yes. What can I say? Welcome all, welcome all, welcome all, welcome all. Tuck and roll, says Coyote. I'm down with it. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. That's right. Oh, gosh. I'm glad you're okay. Not that okay. I'm trying. I'm trying to get better. It's not easy. Damn, Uncle Bruce's pro football dreams are shattered. 67 years old, he finally caves. Can't play that game. I can't do this. This show is sponsored by Tylenol. Spread some salt. We did. We have the anti-icing thing. We put it out there, and it refroze in a certain area, and that's where I hit it. And oh yeah, Tiff. I sold HPQ strikes 28s that expire this Friday. I got 75 cents for them. Should I roll now or hope for a further drop and hope that I could make some profit? The HPQ is down 82 cents now at $29.74. These 28s are worth $1.74 in book value right now. So our friend Tiff is in the, unfortunately, his contracts are in the money and he's upside down on those. So what he or she can do is reacquire these calls, but have in mind a call to write against them immediately. So do you write 28s for just a month out, further out, for more money? That you can do. Do you want to write a 29 for December or January or February? You might be able to do that for more or as much as these will cost you to get back. You're going to have to assess where you're at on this option contract, but it can be done. I like the idea of just rolling over 28s to 28s, going forward in time a month or two and taking more cash off the table. I like that strategy. Let me take a look on this market, see if I can get the options market to pop up on my big ass iPad that puts up some squawk. Here we go. Okay, so you were saying you have contracts expiring this Friday, the 28s. Yeah, they're right now. Last I saw, 159 to 204. Last trade 193. Well, they're worth 177. So if you can get them for 180, that's a bargain. That's book value, right? Dull rating. So that's a good move. So if you can get them for 180, let's say you did, that's what you have to pay. Now you need to get 180 or more to write another 28. Okay. Now if you go into December, let's say you go December 16th. That's the third Friday in December. Let's say you did that. And if you did do that, what would we have? Well, let's take a peek here on December's. December 28th are showing 223 to 237. Can you get about 230, 35 for them? You'd be 50 cents better for a month further up. Same strike. That might be a plan. Wait a minute. I might be wrong on that. I am wrong on that. It wasn't December 16th. December 16th are showing 240 to 253. So if you could get 250, buy them back for 180, sell for 250, you're 70 cents richer cash and same strike price. That might be worthy of a thought. Now, if you're going to go further out to say January because you want to write a $29 contract, lift the strike price $1, if that is the objective, a 29 cannot be written in January. I'm showing 30s at 168 to 178. I'm showing 27s, 345 to 355. So you might have to take the 27s for that larger amount, but you know what? I wouldn't bother. I would just stick to December's. Just stay back in December. And maybe in a week or two from now, the Januaries will be available, the 28s to 29s and so on. Then you'll assess those at that time. For now, December 16th would be as far out as I would recommend you go. And I just stay at the 28s, just write the same call and say to the stock, hey, you can keep coming down this week, next week. If you go to 27.50 in a week and a half from now, I wrote 28s, good till December. They're out of the money, man. There's a profit here. Whichever. It's all good, but bring in more money. Bring in more money. Secret right now. That's the secret right there. Okay, everybody. Thank you. We're down on S&P. We're down on NASDAQ, but we are ahead on the Dow Jones right now. I'm showing the Dow Jones up about approximately 16 points right now. And we got GameStop at $26.72. We're down 87 or so on GameStop. We're not going anywhere there. We're approaching, we're 35, 40 cents away from the low of the day. We're approaching that. We'll see if we hit that again. I wouldn't be surprised if we did. U.S. industrial production fell 0.1% in October at the moment. That's the latest inventory, the latest story there. U.S. business inventories rise 0.4% in September. New York Fed Williams says rapid shifts in monetary policy may expose vulnerabilities in the financial system. Another breaking headline, Home Builders Sentiment Index falls for the record 11th straight month in November. That's almost a full year of a dropping sentiment index, just to let you know what those guys are thinking. And they're not thinking happy thoughts right now.
Please, sir, is that okay?
I hope so. I sure hope so.
I hope so.
I sure hope there's no gob on this.
Yeah, well,
looks okay.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
It's hard to tell. It's so hard
It's so hard to tell.
It's hard to say.
I'll bring you a nut.
What's that hanging off your chin?
What?
No.
Jelly.
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 I feel like a police officer in that movie Goodfellas, going to that takeout, whatever. Oh, that's all right. It looks okay. Smells all right. Tastes okay.
Just a little tiny bite.
It's a little
Just
tiny
a
nibble.
little tiny bite.
Man, this is a tough place. I'm okay with that coffee. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Beautiful.
we're okay.
Okay. I have to sneeze.
Over there. Over there. Not here. Sneeze over there. Oh, man.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
She's got to hork up something. Do that in somewhere else. Thank you.
Go run, man.
Go run, man. This is a tough crowd. This is a tough crowd. Crazy. What else is going on? That's why they made life alert things for situations like that. That's true. Me falling like that. Uncle Bruce, thank God nothing else happens. Please avoid activities like that. Every sports activity has a high risk to hurt yourself. Nick is saying to Tiff, write HBQ for January, February, March, June. Bring big dollars in on the in-the-money call. It could retest the $25 level, even though the market goes back where it was before September. Uncle Bruce, glad you're feeling better. Close down early today so you can get some rest. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Sean and Wendy. Thank you, guys. And good morning, my fellow simpletons from Credit Savage and Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. What a wonderful day. Blood in the streets, and Rugman is out doing his thing. Not going to buy back anything just yet. I'm waiting. Feel better, Uncle B from Mellow. Thank you, guys. Nick Spare, I'm also scared about my cover calls because I wrote them way too early for the strike that's way too low. So you got to trust the process. That's true. Gowdy, and you get $9.50 an hour. Sign me up. JJ, Uncle Bruce, this is why birds fly south for the winter. You see, That's right. Splayer, ouch, 15% down on target would be a X5 leverage on the short position from yesterday. Credit Savage of Wall Street, I have sold cover calls on all of my stocks in the last 2 days. And I love all this green I'm seeing. Tis a wonderful day. I will not be able to afford an organic turkey for next week, laugh out loud. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Right on. Mm, mm, mm. Tesla, 187.94. Going down on Tesla. Apple, 147. GameStop, 26.57. Down we go. SoFi, 558. HPQ, 29.66. Going down. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. What a morning. All kinds of headlines. All kinds. 187 on Tesla. 26.60 on GameStop, down 99. GameStop, 26.55. Down we go. Mm-mm-mm. 26.37 on GameStop. So good. Love it. 26.58. Down $1.01 on GameStop. SoFi, 5.59. Okay. Oil is now down 227 a barrel. 84.65 lower. Dow is positive, 27 points. Now 48. There's red on my screen, but the Dow is up. A headline here, crypto platform Genesis suspends withdrawals in lending business after FTX collapse. Interesting. The spin-offs are beginning to show up now. Negative headlines coming out on the Fed here. Fed's Daily, guy named Daly says, or she says, she thinks terminal benchmark interest rate in the range of 4.75 to 5.25 is reasonable. New York Fed President John Williams says the time is now to find ways to strengthen core parts of the financial system, suggesting Treasury market may need to be buttressed. That can't be good. That can't be a happy thing. We just went from 40-point positive to 17 points positive on the Dow. NASDAQ down 154. The Dow's now up just 9 points. Headline. It feels very much like the Wild West. Crypto hedge funds linked to FTX fallout may struggle to recover lost assets, say managers. These guys are leveraged. It's not like, they got 50 million into it. They got 50 million times 20 times leverage. So it's $1 billion. They have 2 billion into it times 50 leverage, 100 billion. We're talking losses of stratospheric proportions on these crypto hedge funds. And it doesn't matter what the funds are. It doesn't matter what the Bitcoin is. Whichever brand or whichever version of the crypto they're into, they're all under pressure. They're all under liquidity pressure. And this could be a chain reaction of misery coming up here. Fund after fund after fund. A lot of millionaires and billionaires are losing a lot of money on all the hype of crypto. They thought they had easy returns here, and now they've got massive losses. No liquidity. Not good. We're down 64 on the Dow. We're going negative here. We're down 23 on S&P. We're down 162 on NASDAQ. We're going down. GameStop 26.60 down 99 cents. Going lower. These losses are nothing burgers. This is still nothing. Oh my. SoFi down 22. Now down 27. Carnival stock. Headline. Carnival stock dives after private sale of $1 billion in convertible debt. Let's see if I can read that announcement. What does it say here? Cruise operators offering follows a 4-day stock rally of 30% and a 75% surge off the 30-year low on October the 10th. Shares of Carnival pulled back sharply in heavy volume Wednesday after the cruise operator took advantage of a recent big rally to commence a private offering of debt that can be converted into common stock. The company said late Tuesday night that the offering of the $1 billion principal amount of convertible senior notes due 2027 was part of its 2024 refinancing plan. Carnival then announced overnight the pricing of the 5.75% notes. Carnival stock took a 12.7% dive in morning trading after closing Tuesday at a 3-month high. Trading volume swelled to 40 million shares about 30 minutes after the opening bell, enough to make the most actively traded stock listed on major UX exchanges. The average full-day volume in the last 30 days is 66 million shares. The offering comes after the stock had soared 30% amid a 4-day win streak through Tuesday, and after it had rocketed 74% off its 30-year closing low of 638 October the 10th. The initial conversion rate per $1,000 of principal amount of the notes is equivalent to 74.6 shares of the stock. That's equivalent to a conversion price of $13.39 a share, a 20% premium to Tuesday's closing price of $11.16. Of course, they have until 2027 to do it. The billion-dollar offering represents about 9.2% of Carnival's current market capitalization of $10 billion. Before September 2027, the notes will be convertible at the holder's option upon satisfaction of certain conditions into common stock, cash, or a combination of both. After that date, the notes will be convertible at any time. The company can redeem the notes for cash if Carnival stock rises above $17.40 a share, 56% above the close on Tuesday, on or after December 5, 2025. Carnival stock has dropped 13% over the last 3 months, while shares of rival cruise operators of Royal have run up 34%. Norwegian have run up 19%. Interesting stuff. So there you go. That's a interesting little bond offering there to attract capital. And that's what you've got to do when you're a company that needs money. Something that AMC cannot do. They are forbidden to issue common stock. Oh my. GameStop, 26.57, 26.52, 25 cents away from the low of the day. We might be taking another run lower on GameStop. SoFi, 554 down 30. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. 26.54 on GameStop. It's 26.48. Going down. GameStop's going lower. Okay. That bagel was fabulous. Dude. Okay, I missed my chance Monday and Tuesday, so I rolled over my 5 contracts today, trying to be more aggressive. I bought back my GameStop 25 and 26 and a quarters for January for 484 and 560. I rolled into a 30 strike for June 646. A June $30 contract for 646. And with the stock dropping now, those are probably dropping as well. Let's see how this works out. See if I can get this to work. June. Can I get June contracts to pop up here? Got a June 30 written here. Okay, June 30, 620 to 675. And you sold at 646. So down they go. Yep, down they go. 620 bid and falling already, dude face. So you're out of the money and your stock is falling back 26.53, and down goes the contract, and it will continue to drop. Put that money in your account. That's an increase in cash. Absolutely. All right. Splayer Nick, but isn't it possible that we still get a juicy pump and dump on Friday? I know it'd be a hard gamble, but closing the calls and gains during the week and writing new ones, one never knows. It can be juicy. We'll find out, my friend Nick. Blair, if you're going to green tomorrow, maybe take some cover calls off the table. Credit Savage, it's going to be a great Christmas too. God, I love this covered call game. The market goes up and we have green days and I win. The market goes red and the stocks lose value. I still win. Yoink! That's right. Rugman to the rescue. Nick, I think today is too early. Nicholas, Disney is very expensive. Disney stock could possibly come back to 70. Bama Babe, I had puts on advanced AAP. She says, JR, before and after. Splayer, I'm already in the green, actually on some of them, but thought about it as well that we could drop tomorrow too. That's why I have the price target to hit first and we'll get on the work. Let's see. Ben Gay works wonders. That cook was going to put cigarettes out on your eggs if you complained, What else is going on? At least yours brings you a bagel. Mine won't even get out of bed until 10 a.m. The SoFi site is finally working again. I can see my bank account again. Yay! Dude, sorry about the fall there, Bruce. By the way, it's all good, kids. We're going to be all right. We're working it. Let's see. What else is going on? 180 thumbs up, says Zed Estate. I'm number 180. Thank you all for these thumbs ups, you guys. I haven't had time to beg. 190 now are in the house. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs ups. Okay. Let's see here. Anti-Gen, what a team player. Zed, how do you do it 5 days a week? What time do you go to bed and get up? Well, what do you do for exercise? Because I could not do what you do. I'm just curious. I go to bed around 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night. By 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm gone. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I start the show at 6:30, 6 o'clock my time. I do my first alert show. 6:30, I do this show. This is all my time. Then at 1 in the afternoon, I do this second show. 6 o'clock tonight, I do my fourth show, the Primetime Live. I'll be in bed by 9:30 again, and just every day. And I thank the Lord for keeping me healthy, and I thank all of my members for being members of my channel. And I am grateful that the classes are resonating with the viewers and the followers, and that these classes are benefiting people, and that the option program writing thing is working, and people are becoming more comfortable with it. And I put in my, from 4:30 till 9 o'clock, I got a few hours off in there, but I put in my 12-hour day, just, like any other hardworking person, I think. Uncle Bruce is already way behind the comments. Uncle Bruce, I bought them back, 168, sold December 2nd, 28 for 196, HBQ, that is, thank you, well done. Let's see, strike price is up 50 cents and 28 cents more premium, nice job. Nice job. Let's move up here. Watch for sure some of the other classes before you watch the butterfly class. If you're not very often on the air here, I've watched only 1 or 2 until now. What else is going on? Uncle Bruce, for Halloween next year, you should dress up as Trump. I think you'd pull it off. No offense, Orange Boy. Especially because Uncle Bruce is mixing it up on the class. You can see directly he describes first a put instead of a call. Susan, sometimes you can write cover calls too early, especially when stocks do a run-up. But when stocks dip, but not low enough to price you wrote cover calls, reap the decay. Only portion is to roll away out too far. Yes, no, what do you think? Timing is everything. Patience is the one. JR, Uncle Bruce, don't mess with the snow or any nose hairs freezing during living in ID or Utah. But I do miss ice skating. Brian, JR, I like how you call it ice skating and not just skating. You aren't Canadian when. Continuing forward here, what's going on here? T. Hutch, looks like I may not have to roll my SoFi cover calls after all. The stock isn't going up. Let's see, the ground is shaking. JR, Uncle Bruce, I think you mentioned once on air how far out of the money to write a call option. What do you suggest? Depends on the stock, where we're at, where we've been. I got classes about this. My GameStop puts are green, says Coyote. Wasn't it 5-10% of the money kind of thing? It depends. Yeah. Just picked up 3 more GameStop January 24 1250s for 1560. Time to find 3 more calls to write, says Financial Mischief. Right on. Let's see. Sorry I'm late, everybody, says Alex. Welcome to the party, pal. I've caught up on all your comments. We're back up here. Thank you all for joining me. We are up 1 point on the Dow. That's it, 1 point. We're not going anywhere. We're down $6 on Tesla, 188. We're down 189 on Apple, 148. GameStop 26.70 here, down 89 cents. SoFi 556 down 29. HBQ down 85 cents to 29.71. Amazon down to 96.22 now, down 272. We got HD down 23 cents. Home Depot, Cisco down 31. Pfizer is only up 21 now. Now it's up 19. Netflix down 380 at 306.40. IBM up 4 cents. Microsoft is red, negative 45 cents. It was positive all morning until now. Vanik down 680. Adobe down $7. Goldman up 52 cents. Google down 15 cents. Boeing down 168. Moderna down 155. Meta down 3 right now. ME 23andMe down 12. Rocket Lab down 46 today. Matterport down 12. ATIP down 3.5. SmartRent down 17. Spire down 4. Sextera down 26. It's a red day. No doubt about it. It's a red day everywhere. Target down $25 a share to 154. We've seen these drops before on Target. We have seen massive pullbacks on Target. Back in what was this, March of April 25, the stock was 246. By May 19 was 153. $90 difference in weeks. This has happened before, and it can happen again. We are getting these massive down spikes on Target shares. We're trading at a PE multiple apparently of 17.4. Don't believe it. I think we're trading at 35 to 40 on the PE multiple based on future earnings prospects right now. That is what the reality is. That's why the stock is off. The market is concerned they will not deliver the profits. The stock is off $24 to 154. What a dump. Interesting stuff. Let's continue on here. There we go. Costco down 255. Walmart up 122. Disney down 128 to $94. All righty, let's continue on here. We are now holding a 29-point gain on the Dow. We're down 20, almost 21 on S&P. We're down 152 on NASDAQ. Oil down 188. Watching all this stuff. U.S. reports distillate stockpiles are up 1.1 million barrels. Gasoline supplies up 2.2 million barrels. We're getting EIA data here. Just 1 minute. I got to refresh this to be able to get this. Crude inventories down 5.4 million barrels for the week. So crude is down in storage in amounts, but gasoline supplies are up. Pardon me, and distillates are higher, but we're still lower on the day for oil. We're down now 198 right now. China locks down Peking University over one COVID case, showing containment to zero COVID policy. Let's see how the student body reacts to that. Of course, one way to keep the student body from complaining and showing their displeasure is to shut down the university. That's how communists work. They do not allow the public to voice their concerns because the Communist Party believes that they know better what's best for you than you do. And there you go. Welcome to communism. Interesting. What's mine is mine and what's yours is negotiable. There you go. Interesting stuff. Never a dull moment in this wacky world in which we live. Welcome everybody to the show. Welcome everybody to the channel today. Thank you for 195 thumbs up so far. We're 5 away from the magic 200 level. Thank you all for helping out, getting us this close to the 200 mark already here. We appreciate it. We're down 1.1% on NASDAQ, 0.3 on S&P, and we're holding a 64-point gain right now on the Dow. The Dow is desperately trying to find a reason to rally. The problem is the reasons to rally aren't there. There are reasons to sell, not reasons to buy. We're up to 197 on the thumbs up. 3 more thumbs ups. We got 200. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. Hit that thumbs up button for us. Give us a little bit of coverage over top of 200. We do appreciate it. 198, there we are. We need 2 more thumbs ups, and we've got it. We are just that close. Thank you all for coming in here. Splair, I have the feeling the more Uncle Bruce works with us, the more his mentality stays young, because instead of others, he is not falling into the stay-at-home TV-only direction. Alex, work has remembered I'm quite good at my job and started throwing failing projects at me to fix. Who's had a fall? You all right, Uncle Bruce? I'm fine. We're going to be okay. Bama, Splair, UN will forever be young. Or maybe Uncle Bruce. JR, I'm also thinking that writing 5 to 6 weeks out gives a person time to roll, and the premiums are juicier. Yes. Susan shops about. Jen, JR, Brian. I used to roller skate a lot when I was in high school. I just make the distinction naturally because of that. Oh, I miss roller skating so much. I miss it. Oh, God, I miss it. JR, maybe I heard it there. I need to rewatch the classes as a refresher. There you go. Oh, did I roller skate? Oh, my gosh, do I miss those high school days? Roller skating every weekend. Oh, man, to the music. Yes, I miss that. All right, we're up 42 on the Dow, down 18 on S&P, down 145 on NASDAQ. We have now hit the 2-hour mark for the show. Thank you all. We have 204 thumbs ups. Again, thank you for the at least 200 thumbs ups every show. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. Susan, JR, my thoughts exactly. I wrote May 2023 SoFis for a nice premium, left the only option rolled to January 2024. Just too far out. Writing 4 to 6 weeks, definitely more flexibility for rolls. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Down. We're only up 28 now on the Dow. We're backing off again. This computer buy program has fizzled out. Tesla 188.37, down $6. Apple down 150, 148.54. GameStop 26.68, down 91 cents. SoFi 556, 557, down 28. HPQ down 84 to 29.72. Amazon down 282 to 96.12. Home Depot down 39. Cisco down 35. Pfizer 48.74, up 17 cents. Netflix down $4. IBM up 7 cents, only 7 cents. Microsoft up 36. Adobe down 7.30 today, dropping off. There you go. Spare, I think as well. Mama Babe means Uncle Bruce instead of the United Nations. I suppose that's probably right. Thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with us today. I hope you're having fun this morning. Hope you're learning something today. Hope you're making money today. Hope your options are going your direction today. And I hope that by me putting up these particular neat emojis, that all the stocks you're working on are going in the direction you want, making your contracts do what you want them to do. Deep Value is in there with neat emojis. Here they come. They're coming up. The knee emojis are taking us over. Splair's in there with knee emojis. Here comes some more from Deep Value Investing. Neat. Alex is in there. No stopping this market. Once the knee emojis appear, stocks do what we want them to do. Richard Carlin, thank you. Deep Value. DH Ruda, thank you. Deep Value is in there like a dirty shirt. JR's in there. TJ's in there. Here they come with the knee emoji attack. There's no stopping this. David Scott's in there. They're just showing up everywhere. You can't help it. Oh, my God. Always learning, Uncle Bruce. I'll see everyone this afternoon. Have a good day, folks, from Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. T. Hutch, Mr. Premium, the option. I am bound to have a roll someday. Getting on up, kids. Enjoy the day, everybody. Keep those knee emojis going for you. Make the market do what you want it to do. Can't so far so good today. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Fantastic. Loving it. We're working on it. Tiff, thank you for the D emojis. Away we go. Splair, Mandu, number 5. Neat. Can't stop this. That's what's happening out there. 209 thumbs ups. Knee emojis all over the page. This market will do what we want. The Dow is now only up 14 points. We're not going anywhere. Giddy up, 26.66 on your GameStop, kids. Watch the depreciation continue in. SoFi, 554, down 31 cents. Bargoon to buy. Folks writing sixes are happy. Those rolling into 750s are happy again as well. Beautiful stuff. HPQ, 29.62, down 93 cents on HPQ today. So these rollovers have been working out wonderfully for everybody. Giddy up, down 185 on oil right now. Bama Babe is putting up the knee emojis. Deep Value is doing it. Vivash Target claims that it lost 400 million on organized retail crime, but that's why they're down in the fourth quarter. No, they have insurance for that. They have insurance for that, and they have a percentage in there that they keep in mind. Shrinkage is part of the game, unfortunately, and it's a sad story. We're down. We're up 12 on the Dow, but we're down 21 on S&P and 153 on the Nasdaq. Down go the markets here. Mixed bag, but it's mainly red at the moment. Folks, I'm going to get a break in right now. Rest my weary body. It's 2nd and 10, and I got to go to the sidelines and rest. Not that I ever played football. I never wanted to. I'll tell you that right now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And you guys have a great rest of your morning. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time. And then I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern for the Gold Bagel Prime Time with Uncle Bruce show. Make sure to become a Gold Bagel member right now. Upgrade your membership right now. And join me tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. And we'll talk about these options and what's going on here. We love you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Deep Value. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. John Anderson, thank you, pal. And be well, Bruce from JJ. You got it. We will take care of ourselves. We'll get some rest in right now. And I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll finish the day off together, see how this market treats everybody and everything. And we'll figure out what we're doing next as we keep moving forward with this option market and these profits that are available to us all. Enjoy the break. Thank you. Love me some Uncle Bruce. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. How you guys take care. We'll see you at 3 this afternoon. Goodbye for now.